On this week's episode of Cape Media News, we learn about the journey of snowy owls from the Arctic to our local beaches. The Cape Cod Foundation offers over 100 scholarship opportunities for local students, and Cape Cod's premier improv group serves up some laughs to the locals. These stories and more, this is Cape Media News. You're watching Cape Media News, your local authentic newscast for Cape Cod. I'm Emily Tellick, and thank you for watching. The town of Barnstable is inviting nonprofits and civic associations to submit an application for a 2022 tourism mini-grant. This grant program was created to help the 7 villages of Barnstable in promoting new or existing festivals and events. Any eligible organization is encouraged to apply for up to a $1,000 grant to be used for marketing purposes. Previous recipients of these grants include Cape Cod Art Center, Hyannis Public Library, Love Live Local, and many more. If you'd like to learn more information, visit businessbarnstable.com. Parents, are your children due for a visit to the dentist? To celebrate National Children's Dental Health Month, the Wilkins Family Dental Hygiene Clinic, located at the Cape Cod Community College, is offering free exams and cleanings to children during February vacation. Appointments must be made in advance, and the clinic runs Tuesday through Thursday morning and afternoon. To schedule an appointment, call 774-330-4371. Well, it's no secret that Cape Codders love snowy owls. And if you're like me, you've probably seen many pictures circulating on social media, indicating that these owls have once again been spotted nesting on our beaches. But do you know where they fly from and why they choose Cape Cod for the winter? Stephanie Ellis from Care Cape Cod, a nonprofit that helps to rehabilitate injured wildlife, met with Cape Media News to discuss the journey snowy owls make all the way from the Arctic, and to also share an update on the snowy owl they recently rescued from Provincetown. Please enjoy. Snowy owls have been attracting many residents to the local beaches during these cold, wintry months. With their striking white coats, piercing yellow eyes, and wise demeanor, it's easy to see how they've garnered so much attention. But where do these mysterious creatures come from, and why are we seeing them on Cape Cod?
Snowy owls typically live in the Arctic, so you can find them all around, all the way around the Arctic Circle. And the breeding birds, they nest on Arctic tundra. And so what happens is Cape Cod in the winter very much resembles Arctic tundra. With our the grasses and the dune systems and our coastal beaches and shrubs. And so what happens typically is it's usually young birds that come here in the winter, and they're looking for food and basically learning the ropes on how to be an owl.
Snowy owls face many obstacles on their journey from the Arctic to Cape Cod, both due to human activity and from nature.
We know from research from Norman Smith, who works with Mass Audubon, the Snowy Owl Project. We know from his years of research that most of these birds that arrive here are young. And so they have to learn how to hunt, how to evade predators, but also there are threats from being shot illegally, which we do know happens. Also collisions with vehicles, wind towers, communication towers, and sadly rodenticide poisoning, which is utilizing mouse or rat poisons. And these birds get secondary poisoning.
Care Cape Cod, a nonprofit dedicated to treating injured and orphaned wildlife, has recently taken in a snowy owl that was found stranded in Provincetown.
The bird that we have now in our care, she is so extraordinary. We're not entirely sure of the sex and age because we are not snowy owl experts, but we think it's an immature female based on size and markings. And she was rescued in Provincetown. Crows were attacking her. And then she actually flew into the water and someone went into the icy water to rescue her. So she was brought to us, and on one of her wings, she has several puncture wounds. So we have done, supportive care, pain management, antibiotics, and I feel really hopeful. She's improving, she's healing, she's getting stronger, more attitude, and those are all good things that we want to see. So we're super excited. I do hope for a release this month.
There are many ways that the Cape Cod community can help these feathery visitors stay safe this winter.
So what happens is birders, photographers, observers, sometimes we get a little too close to get that great photo or get a second look, and we can disturb these owls. So we usually recommend, if you see an owl, yes, it's super exciting, and I know you want to get a photo, but make sure you are mindful. Always stay at least 150 feet away. Stay on designated dunes and paths, respect their environment. And also, if the snowy owls do what I call the snowy owl shuffle, which is, if their eyes get wider or they start shifting their feathers, fidgeting, or fly elsewhere, then you are probably too close. And so you need to back off. So, those are simple things that we all can do.
And if you do find yourself taking photos of snowy owls, it may be in the owl's best interest to not share that location.
I really do recommend, if you share photos of owls, don't share the location. Because we have some areas like West Dennis Beach where we have so many people going there to see the owls that it can cause a disturbance. So post your owl photos, but don't, refrain from sharing the location for the safety of the owl.
If you'd like to find out more information on Wild Care Cape Cod, visit wildcarecapecod.org. For Cape Media News, I'm Emily Tellick. Wild Care Cape Cod urges anyone that finds an injured animal to keep your distance and give them a call at 508-240-2255. Up next, the Cape Cod Foundation opens their scholarship application process to students.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Are you a local high school senior or current college student searching for a scholarship opportunity? Then this next story may be important to you. The Cape Cod Foundation's annual scholarship application process has officially opened, with over 100 scholarships available. Last year, they awarded more than $700,000 in financial support and have added an additional 13 new scholarships for 2022. Cape Media News met with organizers of the foundation to find out more on who's eligible for these scholarships. Jade Francis reports.
Welcome to Cape Media News. I'm Jade Francis. As scholarship season opens, the Cape Cod Foundation is proud to offer 13 new scholarships. Today's guests are Dara Gannon and Mary Beth Burwood to tell us a little bit more about these opportunities. Can you tell me more about the Cape Cod Foundation?
So we're a community foundation. We were started in 1989. So there's around 800 community foundations in the country, another 1,000 or so around the world. And we all have this kind of same model where we're based around a particular geography. So we serve Barnstable County. There are community foundations, I think there's 14 in Massachusetts. And so we kind of act as a charitable community trust. So we work with individuals, families, businesses, other nonprofits to establish funds with us. Most of the time, those funds are endowed. So we pool the assets, invest them, and then we make distributions back into the community in the form of grants and scholarships.
I would love to learn more about your new scholarships.
We have 13 new scholarships for this upcoming scholarship season. And like the rest of our scholarships, each one of them is unique. it's over $25,000 between the 13 new scholarships we have. Some of them are for graduating high school seniors. Others are for high school seniors or current college students. So we have 13 new ones this year, but there's almost 100 different scholarships available for 2022. So we're excited to be really close to celebrating that milestone of almost 100 scholarships, and all of them are unique. We do have a complete listing of all of our scholarships available on our website. And our scholarship booklet sort of outlines these 13 new funds right at the beginning of the booklet. If anyone is curious to learn more.
Why are local scholarships so important for the Cape Cod community?
I mean, we have a really large scholarship program for the size community foundation we are, which I think demonstrates, the importance of education here in our community. So it's not just the dollars, although, with the cost of higher education, that's very important, but it's also, having somebody kind of have your back. Like, people have chosen you, they want you to succeed. A lot of the donors who established these, somebody helped them. So, this is their way to give back to the community, kind of pay it forward. And we have, it's a way to celebrate the students and their achievements, and, maybe they'll come back here someday. That would be great, to the Cape. So, but we're setting them up for success, hopefully.
Is there one concurrent deadline for these scholarships, or are there multiple?
A majority of our scholarships, the application deadline is April 1st at 11:59 p.m. On the dot, no later. So applicants must submit not just the regular scholarship, all the supporting documents. So for a lot of the scholarships, they're, letter of recommendation, transcripts if it's relevant. Some of the scholarships have supplemental questions. So all of that information needs to be submitted by the April 1st deadline.
Thanks for watching. For Cape Media News, I'm Jade Francis.
The deadline for scholarship application submissions is April 1st. To apply, visit capecodfoundation.org. Up next, Cape Cod's premier improv group takes to the stage in Dennisport.
Stand is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to load their minds. Dare to explore. Dare to STEM. Learn more at She Can STEM.
Cape Cod is home to many active theater communities, from Cape Cod Theater Company to Katuitt Center for the Arts, all the way to the Academy Playhouse. There are plenty of places to go and see a play. But have you ever wanted to see a local improv show? Well, you're in luck, because Cape Cod has their very own premier improv group called Improv Cape Cod. Since 2020, this dedicated team has performed on stages across Cape Cod. They've produced their own sketch shows and even have their own comedy web series and podcast. We met with founder and artistic director Maxie Davidson to learn more about their improv troupe. Cape Media News reports. The art of improv, a form of unscripted and spontaneous theater that makes audiences laugh and challenges performers to think quickly on their feet. Did you know Cape Cod has their very own improv group? Improv Cape Cod, the Cape's premier improv group, has been making audiences laugh since 2020 with their shows, podcasts, and sketches.
So Improv Cape Cod is a comedy troupe that specializes in improv and sketch.
Previous to Improv Cape Cod, many members of the troupe performed with the New Classics Company, a Hyannis-based theater that produced their own original plays.
We originally did improv with New Classics, and then we branched off and did our own thing with the blessing of the founders.
As theaters across the country closed their doors in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Improv Cape Cod was forced to put their live shows on hold. But they bounced back with the creation of a comedy web series.
Before we got back on stage in front of an audience, we started doing a little show called Corn TV, which was a sketch show where we individually recorded our own sketches and we compiled them on a show and put them on YouTube.
Now, as live theater makes a return, Improv Cape Cod has been able to perform in person again, giving the community a unique experience that isn't commonly found on Cape Cod.
Around here, there really isn't a lot of improv and sketch. So I think giving people something original that they can see, that it's, it's local, it's homegrown, and it's not like you're paying people from out of town to do it. It's local people. And yeah, we have full-time jobs and we do other things, but this is something we love and we care about. And especially with improv, it's different every time you see it, and you get to see what native Cape Codders or locals can come up with.
And if you think improv is just a form of entertainment, you'd be surprised to learn that improv skills can be a useful tool to use in everyday life.
When people hear improv, like improv comedy and stuff, they immediately think like, oh, you're gonna teach me how to be funny and I have to be funny. And people think that improv is just about being the funniest person in the room, when really it's not. I mean, being funny is a plus, but it's really about being honest, and it's about building a world, building characters, building an environment, building a scene with other people. And it really is a team effort. And in order to do that, you have to be in the moment and you have to listen. But you always want to be, present in what someone is saying. And if you're just thinking about what your next move is, you're missing out on what someone else is giving you. So I feel like it's very therapeutic in that way, which I think a lot of people don't think about, but it really has helped me get out of my head and not get frustrated and just listen and stay present. And I think that's a valuable thing that everybody should learn.
Curious to try improv out yourself? There are plenty of opportunities for you at Improv Cape Cod.
We don't hold auditions per se, but what we do, we have improv fundamentals workshops. So whether you have done improv before or you have never done it before in your life, we typically hold improv fundamental workshops on Sundays. We're not going to have them this month, but we are planning on having them next month, because auditions, those are nerve-wracking. They can really get in your head. But I feel like with workshops, if you come in, you play with people in the cast, you see how you like it, see if you like our style. And if you come to 2 improv fundamental workshops, you are invited to come to practice with the rest of the troupe. And we usually practice on Tuesday nights. But even the most seasoned person in the troupe, everybody usually comes to the workshops anyway, because it's just good to revisit the basics and work on, really basic principles and improve on them. And and to meet more people, because we do want the troupe to grow.
If you'd like to learn more information, visit improvcapecod.com. For Cape Media News, I'm Emily Tellick. Improv Cape Cod will be taking the stage right here at the Cape Media Center on February 25th for their first show of 2022. For more information, visit them on Facebook or go to improvcapecod.com. Well, that brings us to the end of this week's episode of Cape Media News. Please follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next time with a brand new episode. With Cape Media News, I'm Emily Tellick.